Genesee 25 in Flint. This is Mid-Michigan Now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Woolfolk.
And I'm Stella Daskalakis. A school on Flint's northwest side is celebrating a major upgrade.
Summerfield Early Childhood went through a multi-million-dollar renovation, all made possible through a grant from the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation and the Genesee Intermediate School District.
Mid-Michigan Now's Courtney Bennett is here with more. Courtney, this is an interesting partnership because the building belongs to Flint Community Schools, but GISD runs child care programs on this site. When did the renovation start?
It started last year, and the school was closed for the whole year. GISD started running the programs in this building in 2013. Before that, it was an elementary school that closed after the 2011-2012 academic year. The renovations were needed and are a big deal for the district.
This partnership matters to Flint Community Schools, so children are able to matriculate up into Flint schools.
Flint Community Schools Superintendent Kevlin Jones says this $5 million project adds education value to the kids who attend FCS.
This matters at this age. Our young learners being able to come into a safe environment, new walls, new paint, new flooring, a brand new gym is what families have been asking for.
Summerfield sits on Milbourne Avenue on the city's northwest side. About 200 kids are serviced in the building.
The most important things in a building has all been completely renovated. So from the roof to the windows to the HVAC system, I mean, it's hot outside, it's very comfortable in here.
For Flint Community Schools, the mission over the last few years has been about re-energizing the pride. This renovation is one step in that effort. Genesee Intermediate School District Superintendent Stephen Tunnicliffe says this also ensures the building will be occupied.
The investment ensures that it's here for the community. It's not another vacant property.
There are a lot of vacant buildings that the Flint Community Schools District still owns. One sits in the same area as Summerfield. Longfellow Middle School closed in 2007. However, soon there could be new life.
What are we going to do with Longfellow? And the Flint Community Schools Board of Education has worked with Communities First to revitalize Longfellow.
The building just sitting there right now could soon bring people back to this area.
And to sell that property of Longfellow so that there can be low-income housing in this area.
The idea of housing would then help families with young children because the Early Childhood Center is right there. For now, live in the studio, Courtney Bennett, Mid-Michigan Now.
Courtney, thank you. Developing tonight, it appears that President Trump's tariff policy is beginning to impact the major auto companies and their bottom lines. GM has released its quarterly income report for the second quarter, and the numbers are way down. Revenue was just over $47 billion. That's down less than 2% from a year ago. Net income is $1.9 billion, down 35%. GM is not changing its guidance for the year, projecting $10 to $12.5 billion in earnings before interest and taxes, but that's with a $4 to $5 billion hit from tariffs. Meanwhile, in releasing preliminary numbers, Stellantis, which owns the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram brands, reports losing more than $2.7 billion and says its total sales are down 10%, but relatively flat here in the U.S. Stellantis, it says its North American shipments are down 25%, blaming reduced manufacturing and shipping of imported vehicles most impacted by tariffs. Ford will release its second quarter results on July 30th. 2 people are dead tonight after a small plane crash in Kent County. The aircraft went down about half a mile from the Lowell City Airport and crashed into a storage facility. The Kent County Sheriff's Office says Kevin Lawrence of Presque Isle and Paul Schalk of Rogers City are the 2 people killed. Right now, they don't know if the plane was taking off or if it was trying to land. The FAA, NTSB, and the Sheriff's Office are all investigating.
A house is left in charred remains and ruins after a car crashes into it in Flushing. It happened around 4:30 this morning near Flushing Road and Pearson Road. Police say the driver and passengers ran from the scene. The suspected driver, a 50-year-old woman, has been found and arrested. Investigators are still gathering information. If you know anything that might be helpful, contact the Flushing Police Department at 810-659-3119. As we approach a hot and humid Thursday, Midland County Parks has an announcement for families who want to beat the heat at Sanford Lake Park. The splash pad is closed for the rest of the season because of plumbing problems. Managers say the closure is necessary to ensure safety until repairs can be made to get the splash pad back in working order.
Well, we have an update on the teenager arrested after police say he stole a car in Port Huron and led officers on a high-speed chase that ended in Metro Detroit. Port Huron police say the boy now faces 4 charges, including kidnapping. There was a 1-year-old child sleeping in that car's back seat. The incident happened last Thursday night. Police say the chase hit speeds topping 100 miles an hour and ended when the driver crashed into parked cars in Macomb County's Chesterfield Township. The child was not hurt. The teenage suspect remains in the Macomb County Juvenile Detention Facility. The driver who hit Michigan State Police Trooper Joel Popp in 2024 will serve 6 months on probation and perform 120 hours of community service. That is the sentence handed down to 82-year-old Duncan Erving, who pleaded no contest to a moving violation causing death charge last month. Popp was assisting other troopers at a crash scene when he was hit and killed by another driver. 32-year-old Brooke Allen was driving the first vehicle that crashed. She also was charged in the case, but a jury found her not guilty of causing Trooper Popp's death. They did, however, convict her of driving while intoxicated. Her sentencing is on August 11th.
The countdown to this year's Allied Challenge presented by McLaren continues. The tournament will once again offer special treatment to those who serve or have served in the armed forces. Folds of Honor Friday returns, which includes a kickoff breakfast with featured guest, retired U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant Rocky Sickman. Military members and veterans will receive complimentary tournament admission and access to the Dow Vet Den on the 18th hole, all courtesy of Dow. To see military ticket options, go to Mid-MichiganNow.com and visit the 19th hole section under the Sports tab.
Flint's own Clarissa Shields will offer hometown fans a ride to see her fight in Detroit. It's coming up on Saturday. Shields posting a social media that the buses will pick up riders at Burston Fieldhouse at 4:45 Saturday afternoon and then take them to Little Caesars Arena. It'll cost just $20. The service is available to 100 fans, and keep in mind you will have to buy a ticket to the fight, and that is a separate purchase.
A Genesee County woman celebrates an amazing milestone today. She turns 100 years old. Norma Galloway celebrated her birthday at Tranquility Estates in Grand Blanc. She's been a resident at the estate since it opened in 2016. Her grandson, Aaron Gonzalez, says she is a retiree from the U.S. State Department and a widow of a World War II POW veteran. He says it's very special that he has the opportunity to celebrate with her.
Well, today is just a day about celebration. You know, 100 years is a long time to be around, and it's just, I'm so happy that we've had this opportunity to have a 100th birthday party for her, and I'm just elated that I could be here.
And we here at Mid-Michigan Now want to wish Norma a very happy birthday.